Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. So we are 24 hours away from the American election. And already there are several things that are making people very scared. There's the fact that Trump himself basically admitted that he was more or less going to try and steal the election by declaring early victory if he was ahead even slightly and very early on in the polls. And then there was also the news about the unscalable wall that was being erected around the White House. But if they're talking about this, what aren't they talking about? So here's what concerns me more than these things that I know a lot of other YouTubers who I admire and respect have been talking about. Amy Coney Barrett has been confirmed to the Supreme Court, and as we know, she doesn't actually know the Constitution, at least not that well. So there's that problem. And as I mentioned in a previous video, there's nothing in the Constitution that says that there has to be a peaceful transition of power. It was just assumed. There's also the fact that the Department of Justice and the Department of Homeland Security are currently under the control of pretty much Trump's henchmen. And beyond this is the fact that Department of Homeland Security seems to have more or less sworn loyalty to Trump. The American military has said that they aren't going to intervene one way or another. And the lead that Joe Biden has had in terms of polls is slowly evaporating in some very key states. So I really hope I'm wrong about this, but I think I'm going to call it here anyway. The fortress being erected around Trump and his plan to steal the election is not to try and fight and claw back while the rest of America demands he leaves. It's to serve as a fortress for when he does actually win and the left is going to be pissed, and that's going to provide justification for extreme police brutality and crackdowns. This notion of Trump making the White House a fortress and being scared because he doesn't want to leave, I don't buy that. I see this as the beginning of the totalitarian end of America. This isn't a night of a long knives or anything like that. But it's the night they steal the election. And they put their forces at work in the Supreme Court, the Department of Justice, and the Department of Homeland Security to use all the lovely tools of legalism at their disposal and use those tools to seize power. And Trump will say that because it was so contentious, or some other dumb excuse, he will ask for a third term and then say, well, that really should be like one of his terms, and so this one doesn't count. And so even though he said he should go for 3 rounds, it'll be 4 rounds. You see where I'm going with this. Now, already we've seen with Trump telling the Proud Boys to stand by. And for his supporters, he said, hey, I love Texas, when they tried to run a Biden-Harris bus out of town, which, yeah, that doesn't seem very sketchy or surreal at all. This is how it happens. This is how it is legitimized. The wall is to ensure that nothing bad happens while he secures his power grab. It ensures that the DOJ and the Department of Homeland Security can devote their full attention and resources to keeping order in the streets and ensuring that people remain in their houses while American democracy is stolen from them on the night it is supposed to be celebrated most. That is my fear. I think because of the rigging with the ballots and fake pollsters and voter intimidation and voter suppression, I think that Trump wins this election and Biden and Harris lose. And there will be a bit of a stink, and Trump will use that as an excuse to say, oh, see, I need to crack down because of law and order. And then over the course of the next few months, is how a totalitarian regime in America truly rises. I'm not comfortable saying this, but I feel like it needs to be said. I don't want Trump to win. I'm pretty sure most Americans, just in terms of a popular vote, don't want Trump to win. But I think because of everything that has currently happened and will continue to happen, I think that allows for a Trump victory under the veil of legalism. And that is going to result in a Trump victory. And then people are not going to know what they're going to do in the wake of that. And this is why I made my plan earlier. And it's also why what happens next is very important. Whoever you are, wherever you are in the United States, and if you are concerned by what's happening, lots of my friends and family down there have spoken of feeling a palpable tension in the air. The best thing you can do in the days and weeks ahead is to stay safe. Stock up on all your essentials. Check in with your friends and family. If you have any kind of plan or escape route or shelter in place, go over that with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your girlfriends, your wives, your children. And stay safe. Because no matter who wins tomorrow night, it's going to be a shit show. And the fact that no one is talking about this is what's bothering me today.